Hi there. Welcome to the AZHSA Job Fair. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Anna, and we're going to be talking to a Head Start program about current job openings. Thank you all for being here. Just a little bit about Head Start first before we get started. Launched in 1965, Head Start programs promote the school readiness of infants, toddlers, and preschool-age children. Services are provided in a variety of settings, including centers, family child care, and children's own homes. Head Start programs engage parents and other key family members in positive relationships with a focus on family well-being. Head Start helps moms, dads, and caregivers of all kids to navigate every aspect of parenthood, from pregnancy through the early school years. From the latest research on child health, safety, nutrition, behavior, and more, to creating authentic partnerships with parents. Head Start and early Head Start staff give parents the tools to raise their children and make progress toward their goals for themselves and their families. Today, we will be highlighting Child Parent Center's Head Start programming in Tucson, Arizona. On live with me today is Deline from Child Parent Centers. She oversees recruitment and onboarding. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, thank you for having me. Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, hopefully. To start off, can you tell us about Child Parent Centers and why people should work there?
I've been with Child Parent Centers for almost 3 years now, so I have only the best to say about this agency, nonprofit organization that helps the Tucson community and as well the southern area of Tucson. I did take a couple of reasons why we should people should join us being part of our family. I reached out to a couple of coworkers and asked them to give me some feedback. So I would like to share that. So one of what I heard back was excellent work environment where you're always motivated to learn. CPC is an organization that not only speaks on their importance of supporting families to be resilient, but they do it by acting on it and demonstrating it, giving them the tools and resources that are available to create those strong families. That was really a one that stood out for me. I also was a Head Start parent many years ago, so the assistance and the that they provide to the community is amazing. So now being on the other side as an employee is amazing to see, and for us as an agency provide all these resources for families, to invite them to be part of us as well as Head Start parents, volunteers, and then have an opportunity employed with us and provide them those opportunities to grow within the agency with us.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that you yourself were a Head Start parent and have really made your kind of way along the way and gone from parent to now working for a Head Start program yourself. That, you know, to be honest, I think our previous presenter had a similar story, and it just shows you kind of the philosophy of Head Start of really showing parents, you know, essentially the way. We give them the resources, we show them the steps, but ultimately it's them, you know, doing all the work and really, you know, deciding what it is that they want to do and, you know, pursuing other avenues and really coming out on the other side. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes, of course.
And I can also share, I myself am a Head Start kiddo. So I myself was in Head Start programming as a little one down in the Somerton, Yuma Valley with Chicanos por la Causa. So I am myself familiar with Head Start, and I do believe I'm here where I am today because I benefited from the Head Start advantage. So, you know, it's a small world sometimes.
That is very amazing and very small world. I am from San Luis, Arizona, and my My little brother, yes, my little brother actually was a Head Start um, student. My children, the two oldest that were part of Head Start, still remember it till this day. They're 12 and 11, and it's amazing for them to still, for me, of course, to listen to them, and they always remember their center, and they're always talking about it, and it's nice and to be now on this other side of being part of the agency. So it's pretty
Oh,
amazing.
what a small world. We'll
Yes.
pick up on stories from our younger days back in the Yuma, San Luis, Somerton Valley. I guess moving on, can you tell us what area the agency provides services in for families and community members?
Of course, it's all Pima County. We do have multiple locations here in the Tucson area, south, east, and west and north of Tucson. So there's that advantage of all around Tucson for those families in need of our services. We also have in the Santa Cruz County, Nogales area, Douglas area. So it's all the southern area. We do have Greenlee, Graham County, Cochise County. So we're all the southern of Arizona providing those services for these families. So not only in Tucson.
Wow, no, that's great to hear. I had no idea child parent centers covered that much area in the southern part of the state. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what are the program options in Head Start, or I'm not sure if you guys offer Head Start and early Head Start, so maybe share a little bit about that.
Yes, we do provide early childhood education, early Head Start, Head Start as well. And then we do actually our partner with home care providers. So that is something as well available for families for childcare outside of the classroom curriculum that we have. But it would be the early childhood education that we also provide for mothers already in the prenatal stage as well, and the families as well.
So you're looking for people to work from, I'm hearing pregnancy or birth all the way up to age 3, or do you guys go all the way to age 5?
3, 4 as well. Yes, from 0 to 5, which would be with the ones turning 5 transitioning into kinder.
Got it. Great. That makes sense. I guess the next question would be, what are some of the main positions that child parent centers are currently hiring for in their Head Start programming?
Right now, we currently have multiple openings with teachers that are in the classroom. Of course, we do have just 3-year-old classrooms or 4-year-old classrooms. We do have those teachers that are in the early Head Start. So there's different centers. Not all centers provide the early Head Start, but there's some that do. And then we have co-teachers, which is essentially the assistant teacher position. We have house substitute positions. Those are part-time, which is really neat for those high schoolers, seniors moving into college and maybe interested in a part-time position, and there's no experience required, and they're in the field of the early childhood education, which is a foot in the door to gain that experience while going to school. So that's pretty neat. Have that part-time possibility for those students going into college. I mean, and then we do have other cook assistant, custodian positions, custodians, driver custodians as well. So there's a little bit of everything, but mainly the teachers and co-teachers that and house substitutes that we currently most need at the time.
Great. So it sounds like you have a real good mix of positions that you're hiring for, and it sounds like it's both full-time and part-time availability. So it's great. So hopefully something for everyone's needs right now.
Yes.
Are there any specific requirements or qualifications needed for any of those positions that you want to share?
So we do require for the entry level positions, which would be co-teacher, house substitute, any kitchen staff or drivers, we do require a high school diploma or GED. Those are like the entry level positions. And then for teachers, we do require an associate's degree in early childhood education or related field that will qualify them as a teacher. So once it gets to lead teachers, if we do have those available, it is required a bachelor's degree,
Okay.
again, in early childhood education or related field determined by the agency. But those are the minimum qualifications for those positions there. For mainly the teachers and lead teachers are the ones that require those degrees.
Well, that's pretty easy enough. Can you tell us maybe about some of the benefits being offered by child parent centers for staff?
Yes, we do have paid leave. We do have the holidays, which is depending because we do have positions that run from July through May, some that run July through mid-June, some are full year positions. We do have centers that go full year. So depending on that, it's depending on the holiday pay, the regular holidays that we follow, and then 2 weeks winter break, and then the week in spring break. So the Head Start Center would follow a school district with their holidays. You would have personal time, sick time, and then annual leave after a year with the agency. That is paid leave. And then insurance for full-time employees, it would be dental, medical. We have the flexible spending accounts, life insurance, the retirement plan as well that we offer.
Okay, great.
Another amazing benefit is education assistance. The agency provides that.
Sorry.
What was that?
I was saying, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. So, for example, just to give you an example, the entry level positions like the house substitutes and co-teachers that are only required to come in with a high school or GED, and they step that foot in the door and they're interested in following more or pursuing a career with like a teacher, promoted as a teacher. We have those benefits available for employees where where they can enroll for a CDA program, child development certification, and then continue their education with an AA and something assisted by the agency. So this is pretty neat and available for all employees interested in the early childhood education field.
Yeah, I mean, when I hear all that, I think, yeah, that's such a really great opportunity for, recent high school graduates that are maybe thinking about going into the early childhood field and teaching with little ones. It's a great opportunity to kind of just, like you said, get your foot in the door, see what it's actually like to work with kiddos and get that on-the-job experience, and then also be supported with training and ongoing education while you're working. So,
Yes.
wow, thank you for sharing all that.
Yes.
One of the other questions I wanted to ask you is, if someone is interested in applying or just getting more information about your agency and the jobs that are currently open, how can they find that information?
So you can currently apply only online, www.childparentcenters.org, and the public website, careers and volunteers tab. It do recommend to have an updated resume with all your experience, even just a recommendation for high school students leaving high school and going into college, the child development courses that they may have taken, that's considered experience. So that's, you want to have an updated resume. Also, have your proof of education and a driver's license for once you have completed the application. you'll be able to upload that information. And that's basically what you need. And then complete, of course, questions in the application. But you would find us in our public website.
Great. And so just to recap, if you are interested in applying for a job, you'll have to do that online. And we are sharing that information here on the screen right now. You can also see here the recruitment information for the individuals that you can contact if you have any specific questions. Again, thank you, Ms. Duarte, for joining us today and talking about the different positions available with child parent centers. Again, if you're considering a job in early childhood education, you want to maybe understand what it's like to be a teacher, you've always had a passion for it and something you want to check out, this is a great opportunity. Child Parent Centers offers a lot of great benefits, paid vacation time, education continuation, and whatnot. So think about it, reach out. And before we go, one of the other things I wanted to talk about is an upcoming job fair here in Maricopa County. It is happening on Saturday at the Desert Willow Conference Center. This job fair is being hosted by the Arizona Head Start Association, where multiple Head Start programming here in Maricopa County will have representation from their agencies. Some sites are doing some programs are doing on-site interviews for open vacancies. So if you're looking for a job in the Maricopa County area, or you know someone looking for a job, again, we're looking at the whole spectrum of positions right now, cooks, maintenance, cleaning, teachers. So here's the information. Again, it's this Saturday from 9 to 1 p.m. at the Desert Willow Conference Center in Phoenix. You can find more information about the job fair on the Arizona Head Start Association website. So feel free to Google that and find more information. Again, thank you for joining us. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you again in a few weeks for our next job fair.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.